Welcome back to the Five Napkin Burger Beer and Bourbon blog featuring Mark Aldrich and Jimmy Ludwig. That's us, the happy hour guys. And let's talk Jim Beam Black. In our experience, Jim Beam Black is an often overlooked part of the Jim Beam portfolio. And maybe some of that perception comes from being able to find it just about anywhere. But don't kid yourself. This bourbon is aged 8 years in the barrel, where many bourbons are aged only 4. That extra 4 years in the barrel, that is where the magic happens. That extra time in that new oak gives this bourbon an almost candy-like finish on the palate after the alcohol burns away. And in our minds, one of the best deals in the bourbon industry. If you're looking for a great deal, Jim Beam Black, man, this is an amazing bourbon. This is an 8-year-old bourbon. It's a well-aged bourbon. We're big fans.
This is actually the bourbon of choice of a lot of the employees at the Jim Beam Distillery. So, if that's not the stamp of approval, I don't know what is.
The reason we know that is, we've been there. That's right. As some of you may know, we made a swing through bourbon country recently, and we sat down at Jim Beam with Fred Noe, who's the great-grandson of Jim Beam, and Bernie Lubbers, a Jim Beam whiskey professor. Here's us talking about Jim Beam Black.
This one is one that's been around for many years. The nose on this one's a little sweeter. A little more of the barrel comes through.
And Bernie is actually a big fan of using this bourbon in cocktails. Here's one of his favorites.
Jim Beam Black, ginger ale, a couple dashes of Angostura bitters. And bitters like a salt and pepper in cocktails really opens up. You add some flavor.
Hey, far be it for me to mess with a whiskey professor. I'm going with a cocktail. Jim Beam Black, splash of ginger ale, and bitters. Mark?
Well, after spending time at Jim Beam, I have a renewed appreciation for the family tradition that grew and continues to grow, and to bring us this great family of bourbons. And with that tradition in mind, I'm going to enjoy my Jim Beam Black at Five Napkin Burger traditionally. So I'm going to have it neat, or with just a splash of water to open up those flavors. Flavors that I think pair very well with literally any of Five Napkin's amazing burgers. And every time I lift my glass, I'll feel like I'm sharing a drink with new friends and old traditions. Cheers.
So that's all from Five Napkin right now. We'll see you here on the Beer and Bourbon blog next time. Cheers.